everyone. Thanks for joining again. Yes, we are back. We're cooking with Gwen Taylor, cooking with pumpkin. Here I am, just to show you a small meal, maybe 30 minutes or less, cooking with pumpkin. Yes, but it's not just for the wives. No, it's not just for the husbands, but I'm here for everyone, just to get you up and let you know that you can do it. I believe in you, so let's get up and cook. So remember to like, remember to subscribe, and remember to share. I love y'all, so let's cook. Come on in. Here we are. Just a little something I'm gonna show you today. And this is a comfort food. This is a comfort food. Remember to like, remember to share. So if everyone share, that would be so wonderful for me. Thank you all so much for sharing. So today we're doing meatloaf. Yes, this is ground beef meatloaf. But you know, with this meatloaf, if you're not doing the red meat and you want to do turkey, you can do turkey. And they also have ground chicken. So I'm sure this would be fine for chicken too. But this is meatloaf. So we're going to get started, get the stove started. Hope everyone is good. Had a wonderful Valentine, just a wonderful love day. So I hope everyone is just showing some love and receiving love, because you deserve it, okay? So what I'm gonna do some white potatoes. So I cut up some white potatoes. So I have the white potatoes, can you see? So I'm gonna get the white potatoes ready because we're gonna do some homemade. This is really homemade mashed potatoes. So we're gonna do some of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. So hopefully by the time we're finished with the meatloaf, the potatoes will be ready. And then we'll do some green beans. I forgot I need to get the green beans out. But I'm gonna do some frozen. I'm gonna do some frozen green beans. Where is it? We'll do some frozen green beans. So I got some green beans. So we'll do some frozen green beans, okay? If you have the can, just maybe rinse them off so it wouldn't be a whole lot of sodium on there. But we do some green beans, because you know, mashed potato and meatloaf is just like liver and onions. It just goes together. A burger and fries, it just goes together, right? Yeah, it just seems like you need to have that. So we're gonna do some mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna get started with our ground beef. So I have like a 85% lean with 15% fat. We need a little fat in it. That fat is just gonna give it some more flavor. But if you wanna do your lean, the 100% lean, hey, do you, okay? So we're doing 85%. So I have like 2 pounds of ground beef that I'm gonna start with. 2 pounds of ground beef. So you know what? Instead of the ground beef, putting it in ground beef, let's do the mixture first. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to add my breadcrumbs. So I'm not sure whatever type of breadcrumbs you can use. Panko. Some people might use panko breadcrumbs, but I have my own breadcrumbs. Renee Williams told me about the Italian breadcrumbs. She said it just gives everything such a good flavor. So that's what I'm using. So I had some. I think I did maybe 2 slices, maybe 2 slices and a half to make a cup. Yeah, that's what I'm using. So if you don't want to use the breadcrumbs, don't use the breadcrumbs. You know what else you can use? You can use crackers, like Ritz crackers. Just grind them up. Yeah, you can do that. So I'm doing the this is not panko. This is my panko. This is Italian breadcrumbs in a cup of water. I'm not gonna pour all that. Cup of milk. I'm sorry, just a regular cup of milk. So I'm going to just saturate that with the milk. Not all of it, maybe about 3/4 cups. And you know, onions. Some people might add Lipton onion soup. So you could use Lipton onion soup, you know, the onion mix. But what I did like maybe a half of onion, and I sauteed my onions. You know, I like my onions sauteed. I just don't want to see a whole lot of onions. I guess because when I have with the children just don't like onions for some reason. Some of the men don't like onions. So I sauteed my onions. See, I sauteed. So that's like a half a cup of onions. So, and then I'm going to add 2 eggs. Yes, 2 eggs. Some people add mayonnaise. Hey, we're going to add 2 eggs. So we're going to put the eggs in. That's 2 eggs. This is my mixture for my meatloaf. So 2 eggs. So just like that. And then I'll put the seasoning in. So I'm gonna just like kind of, I could get a spoon or whatever. Hope you can see. So that's my, I guess you said, ooh. But it's gonna come together real good, especially in the meatloaf. So that's my eggs and my breadcrumbs and my milk. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm adding. And, meatloaf is so easy. It's like a comfort food. We grew up on meatloaf. But we got so, some people used to have meatloafs all the time. They don't want to eat no meatloaf. So, and now I'm going to add my ground beef. I have 2 pounds of ground beef. I don't know if you can see it. I don't have the camera situated real well. So that's the ground beef. That's the ground beef in there. And I'm going to add some mince. I think I'm saying it right. Minced garlic. So I'm gonna add maybe, let's say 1. No, let's do 2. Whatever you like. Some of you might have some fresh clove, garlic. Use that. Yes. I'm going to add some pepper. And then I'm going to add some of the seasonal that I normally use. The seasonal, the Morton seasonal. And I'm going to add a little chili powder to give it a little kick. Chili powder. So, this one's not even open. So I'm gonna do a little chili powder, and chili. So chili powder, so just a little dab of that. So chili powder. Just gonna add that. That's probably not even a spoonful. Just a little. And I wish I had some fresh parsley, and I don't have fresh parsley, but I had some ground, I guess, dry. These is like the flakes, the parsley flakes, just to give it a little color. I could have put some bell peppers in. I should have cut up some bell peppers. You can add bell peppers, and I could have sauteed it, and red and green onions. That all gives it a flavor. So I'm going to add some. This is called parsley flakes. So I'm gonna do that. Now you can mix it all together, but I like to put my hands in it and get it all together. So I'm gonna do that. And that's it. That's all I'm putting in it. I'm trying to see if I don't be sure I didn't miss anything. But I love meatloaf. I don't cook it a whole lot, but I like it. I have a girlfriend, Kinlaw, and she makes really good meatloaf. Just really delicious meatloaf. I think I might have gotten this recipe from her. Which I think I'm gonna add a little ketchup. Some people add tomato paste, but I'm gonna add a little ketchup. But I will add a little ketchup on the top. I'll show you what my topping will be in a minute. But I'm gonna add a little ketchup, just maybe a little squirt, a couple squirts. Ooh, oh, that's the ketchup. That's it. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper because I don't see the pepper. I want to see the pepper. Now I'm not adding no salt. I don't usually add a whole lot of salt, but I'm gonna add a little bit more of the seasoning. I guess I need to come over a little so you can see. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the seasoning. So my oven is ready. So let me see if I go up like this. So see, this is how it looks. Don't mix it too much. It just try to fold it in together, and that's gonna be it. That's how I'm mixing mine. That's it. I'm not doing anything else. That's how I'm mixing it. Now, some people may use the loaf pans, but I think the loaf pans make it sweat because it's it can't breathe. And with the meatloaf, it has the fat and the juices, and so where will the juices go if there's not no room? I mean, it shrinks up. It shrinks up, but so my meatloaf is ready. So I'm gonna shape it. I'm gonna just put it on a sheet pan, and I put some aluminum foil. You can use parchment paper, But I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna shape it into a loaf. I'm gonna do my loaf. I'm not gonna use a loaf pan, but I'm gonna shape it. Let me go back a little and see if you'll see me a little better, like that. You know, I always try to work with these cameras when I'm by myself. So maybe, let me go down. And you might be able to see it better. Okay, no, okay, let's see. So let's see. When you don't have a cameraman, you got to do you know. So here I am, getting it together. So here it is. Oh, it's a big loaf. This is a big loaf, but you know, it shrinks. It shrinks a whole lot. Can you see? Can you see the meatloaf? I think you can see it. I'll show it to you after I shape it. I'm shaping it into a loaf, and then I'm about to put it in the oven, and I'm gonna let it cook for about, since it's 2 pounds, 45 to 35 minutes. Now, if you have a thermometer, it needs to cook. Ooh. God bless me. Oh, God bless me, the pepper. I didn't use the pepper of God 2 minutes ago. And it's working on me. So there is my meatloaf. I've shaped it and formed it into what I want it to be. So that's my meatloaf. Then I'm going to do a topping on it after about 45 minutes. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do for my topping. But that's my meatloaf. There it is. Just like that. Just like that. I shaped it and formed it to what I want, what I wanted it to be. So that's my meatloaf. So it's ready to go in the oven. There it is. That's my meatloaf. So I'm gonna put it in the oven. So it has the juices. I hope it don't run over. It's 50% fat. So here it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven and time it. So for about an hour, I say 45 minutes. And then when I put my topping on there, I'm going to let it cook for probably another 10 minutes. Okay, so my topping, I'm going to use, I have a mess here. My topping, I'm going to use, I think I'm gonna put some chili powder in there. And I'm going to add some of my worship sauce. You'll see it. Some of you that's been with me, you know what I mean by with my worship sauce. So I did a tablespoon of brown sugar, and I'm going to add ketchup. So maybe a half a cup of ketchup. Any kind of ketchup you have, whatever you have in your cabinet, use it. So this is going to be on the top. It's going to be like a glaze. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Then I'm going to add a little of this chili powder in there. Just a couple dabs. That's not even, maybe a half a teaspoon. And here's my worship sauce. Hey, worship. My worship is for real. You see that? It's my worship sauce, okay? My worship. So I'm going to add a couple drops of that, maybe a teaspoon. Then I'm gonna mix this together. Let me get a spoon. And this is gonna be my topping for my meatloaf. So, you know, some people put barbecue sauce on it, and, you know, just all kinds of stuff. Mustard, yeah, they do. They put mustard in their meatloaf too. And some people put mayonnaise in their meatloaf. But you saw what I did. I used milk. So the milk and the eggs are gonna kind of keep it together. Have you ever had a meatloaf and it was so tough and you ate it like, oh, it was tough. So we prayed on this one, y'all. So here's my topping for my meatloaf. So that's ready. So we're gonna go ahead and get our green beans started. So let's see how our potatoes are doing. Our potatoes are getting together. So they're not ready yet. They're taking a few more minutes. That'll be ready. But the green beans will be ready in a minute. So we're doing meatloaf and mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes. Because someone asked me the other day when I made the the mashed potatoes out of the pack. I have a pack now. I pull out a pack in a minute and just do my own thing with it. And it just you really just have to add water, yeah, to those packs. But I add milk and sour cream and butter. You know, if I'm gonna do a mashed potato, I'm gonna do it up. But when you get home from work and you're tired, and you know, just have a whole lot going on, just pull out one of the packs. They have the sour cream, they have the chives and onions, and they have the cheese, the 4 cheeses, all kinds of packs. Let's see if I have one of those packs up here. Let's see. Yeah, I have one. Look, Idaho. And it's by Idaho Potatoes. They do it. So, you know, it's just, it says real Idaho potatoes in here, made with 100%. So why this is not homemade? There it is. Oop, there it is. Yeah, sour cream. These are good. Takes, homemade taste in minutes. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using these. You know, if you're working. Oh, y'all, I almost forgot to tell you all. You remember how I always encourage you all to get up and cook it. And I said, somebody's going to find a husband and not find a husband, because his word of God says that the husband need to find a wife, okay? But I have a viewer that has been watching me and been doing some of my cooking methods. And she put a ring on it. She got a ring. And she's going to get married. I'm going to see if she'll let me share her name. She called to tell me that she got engaged, I think, in November. And she's getting married, I think, in April. Oh, God, I was so touched. I was like, see, it came through. If I can help somebody, and I did. She was telling me, I've been cooking with you, and I've been cooking at home for my now fiance, and she said, I believe me cooking have helped. Telling you, it'll work for you. Try it, okay? So let's see how the potatoes are coming. So the green beans, what I'm gonna do with my green beans, I'm going to put my green beans, but you know, if you're doing the can, that's perfectly fine. But I'm gonna so I'm heating up some water, and if you want to use broth, you can use some broth. So I'm going to just drop some green beans in there, and we'll put some seasoning, pepper. I usually put some onion, salt or powder, and also a little of seasoned oil. And let's see, I'll put some butter. Yeah, I'll put some butter on it, and just let it do its thing. So as we wait on the potatoes, for a few more minutes. Yeah, it'll be ready in a few minutes, and then I'll show you how I mash my potato. And I was looking for my little masher, and I have this old masher. Y'all, I know this. It's about, oh God, I guess it's about 40 years old. Yeah, you know, I tell you, use what you got. It still works. I'm not sure if they even sell these anymore. Do you have a masher like this? It still works. Mine is old. I believe it's about 40 years old. It's about 40 years old, but you can whip it. If you have a mixer, you can whip your potatoes. And then I had this. I always like to find little gadgets, and I'm thinking I could mash it with this too. I think this is considered a masher. Anyone have one like this? Yeah, this is a masher. So here it is. So we're waiting on the potatoes, and I guess we can do a little devotion while we wait. Potatoes look like they're taking a little longer than I expected. I should have turned it on a little earlier. But the song that came to me today, oh goodness, what was the name of the song is, it went away from me. I'm always singing. I'm always thinking of songs. The name of the song is Better Days Are Coming by and by. When I reach that city way beyond the sky, my troubles will be over, I'll be home at last. Better days are coming by and by. Do you remember that song? Oh, I love that song. And one of our deacons, oh, he would just, Deacon Alberdine Simmons, he could sing that song. Better days are coming by and by. When I reach that city way beyond the sky, my troubles will be over, I'll be home at last. Better days are coming by and by. Y'all know that song? Better days are coming by and by. And listen, even if we don't get to that city, all of us together, we're going to have some better days right here on earth. I do believe that. Better days are coming. You know, Leandra Anderson, Leandra sings a song, Better Days Are Coming. And we believe that better days are coming. Things are going to get better. Even with this virus, things are going to get better. We just got to hold on, and we just got to believe. Better days are coming by. When I reach that city way beyond the sky, trouble will be over, I'll be home at last. Better days are coming by and by. Better days are coming by and by. When I reach that city way beyond the sky, troubles will be over, I'll be home at last. Better days are coming by and by. So I think now we can work on our potatoes. There's some that I should have cut up a little smaller. But sometimes you can have some little chunks in it. I think that we're gonna have some chunks in this one. Okay? So I'm gonna drain this. And get the mashed potatoes ready. Let me drain it. Y'all, better days are coming by and by. So here goes my potatoes. The potatoes are ready. So I'm going to add some milk. I have some milk here. So this is a whole cup. I might not need all that, but I'm gonna try it with the milk. And I'm going to add some sour cream. So that's maybe a half a cup of sour cream. And butter. And you might have your fat-free butter. And, I do need a little salt. Because, potatoes. So I add about 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add a little salt. Just a little. I have some sea salt here. Ooh. So just dash a little salt. Just dash a little salt. And so I'm going to try to mash it here. And that's it. Oh, you can cream it together. If you want to cream your potatoes together, you can cream it. You can get your mixer and cream it. Yeah, just like that. And I'll show you in a few minutes how they look. Better days. Better days. Better days are coming. Okay, the meatloaf is ready. Can you see it? Can you see the meatloaf? It's ready. So I've taken it out and I let it sit for about 10 minutes. So it took maybe about, I'll say an hour, because it's like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe 50 minutes, and then another 10 to 15 minutes with the glaze. So here we are. So the mashed potatoes. Here goes my creamy mashed potatoes, you see? Yep, this is how it looks after it's finished. So I have my creamy mashed potatoes. I have a little something. That's my mashed potatoes. Looks delicious. Then I have my green beans. Well, these were frozen. And now I'm going to slice my meatloaf. Here we go. Ooh, nice and tender. Nice and tender. I do a middle piece so you can see it. So here we go. I'll be sure it wouldn't fall. Let's get this. Lift it up. It looks good. It looks good. It's good. I can do another smaller piece. And this is the meatloaf, y'all. This is your meatloaf. It's a meatloaf. It looks nice and tender. So let's see. Let's give it a try. Let me get a fork here. I thought I had one. So this is the meatloaf and the green beans and the mashed potatoes. Gracious God, we thank you for another day, and we thank you for this meatloaf and mashed potato and green beans. You've been good. You've been good. Thank you, Lord. That's good. It's good, y'all. The meatloaf is really good. All those flavors come together. And I hope you try it. It's a meatloaf, mashed potato, and green beans. It's delicious. Thanks for joining. I'll see you all next week. I love y'all. And may God be with you until we meet again. Better days. Better days. Better days are coming. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining another episode of Cooking with Pumpkin. Remember to like, remember to share, and remember to subscribe. I'll see you next week.